So Bex, you are in the Chinese sign, the dog. So you mentioned a lot in the tarot. Being born the 5th, you are, your tarot card is the Hierophant. And it tends to mean that you do things by the book. A lot of teachers are Hierophants. And that's what you're here to do, really, is teach people how to live within society and to have faith, how to speak the truth, and you're very materialistic, which in the spirit world is a bit of a no-no. You're also an Aries, which you probably know, but I suggest you go to Astro Cafe and put your details in and find out what your sun, moon and rising sign is. Your rising is classed as your ascendant on some charts, so look for your ascendant sign. And then when you're watching the videos, watch your sun, moon and rising to get a full picture. So this takes a while to deal out the cards, but I do sometimes randomly speak to spirit if they pop in. I can't guarantee it when I'm on video, but I do try. So I did have the name Wendy today, and she's back. So I don't know if that's connected to you, Wendy. They're being very silly about it though. It's Windy Wendy. So maybe, I don't know, maybe it's a nickname. I don't know. Well, I'll tell you what, how it happens with spirit. It's like a game of catchphrase. So they give me things that I recognise, but at the same time, oh, no, that's very strange. So spirit have just told me that there's been a passing, so someone has passed, or there has been a very what's the word, distressing ending to something. Maybe you feel like you've been stabbed in the back. So we'll see what comes from this. But the Windy or Wendy is coming in very strong. Sometimes I get Windy when it's surname Miller. So it could be possibly that. And something about chicken feed. Well, chicken feed to me means somebody's not getting paid enough for what they do. But pairing that with Windy Miller, it seems something to do with grain. So I don't know if you're connected to a farmer, a wheat crop grower in some way, in the present or the past. But it's feed the chickens. Maybe we'll find out more as we go along. I will carry on the read until I get, I believe, a full circle read, which people don't really get what I mean, but I know when the message is completed. I'm also getting Noah. Now I know that Noah was a popular name for boys a few years back here, but I don't know of any. So so the animals went in 2 by 2. I don't know if it's the song. I don't know. I think nursery rhymes. So unless you're a nursery school teacher, I don't really understand that one. I'm getting some sort of scar on someone above the right eye, almost parallel with the eyebrow or within the eyebrow. So if you know anybody with a scar there, living or past, so I don't always just get the connecting to someone. There's a cut above the eye. Quite deep, probably had to have butterfly stitches. I don't even know if they do them anymore. I think my kids was super glued. I don't know if you know Yvonne or not. I presume if you know the other lady, you maybe do. I'm getting Vonnie, Ronnie, Donnie, I don't know. It's an E name, but it's an Oni name. So it doesn't sound like Johnny, so it's Donnie, Ronnie, Vonnie. I don't know, a shortened name for something. Usually it's not the people you want away from. It can be Granny's next door neighbour in 1963 or something like that. It's usually somebody that I couldn't possibly know about, so that even the sceptical people have to admit that that's oh blimey, what a card to start off with. So Bex, oh yeah, Jesus, I said, didn't I, Aries, you're having such a bad time of it. Really, I don't know that you even want to, you might not even want to pay me when you've had this one. So, Spirit are telling you it's time to walk away. It's time for a new path. There is either, sometimes this can be a father figure or a partner, but it's somebody you're emotionally attached to who is over emotional, and there's not a lot of love there at the minute because somebody's been found out. You need to take some good advice on this situation. If you haven't found out already, you will soon, that somebody's been up to no good. This used to be my Thursday night card. It's a long story, but somebody's definitely up to no good. Lying, thieving, deceiving, trying to emotionally blackmail you. The greed of others has caused you financial distress, and you've possibly been too generous with others. It's time to take your coin and slowly move away. You need to be able to stand on your own. Don't compare yourself to anybody else. This is a karmic situation where there are secrets and hidden enemies. You have sacrificed yourself long enough, and trust me, this weekend, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, is not a time to sweep things under the carpet. You have to make yourself happy, because the way things are going, if you're not happy, then you're going to be stuck in that situation for a very long time. And I know you're not happy because you're upside down. So it's a time to break contracts. It's a time to rebel against any institutionalism or doing the things that would be classed as the norm. The answer, if you have a yes/no question, the answer is definitely no. There may be a failed pregnancy. Somebody's made a massive mistake here, and it's ruined everything. There could be, as I say, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, involved, an older man, mature. There could be a younger Earth sign, Taurus, Vega, Capricorn, coming with an apology or trying to make peace, communicate. There could be somebody born 1966, a Scorpio. There is a connection to spirit with honey and honeybees, but this is a very slow moving energy and it will be a long time coming. It's improving in finances, but it's going to take time. 8 to 9 months is mentioned. 7 weeks of deceit, lies and theft at least. You have to put your boundaries in place and stop this, whatever it is. And it fits really because the Aries are having a horrible time. And the astrology this weekend and Monday, so it's a good job that you got your reading now, is not going to be good for you. And seriously, it's not a good energy for any of us, but for you, with the planetary aspects, it is Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It's about emotional matters as well. So you have to make yourself happy. Don't go relying on anybody else to do so. You need reciprocity. You need someone who is going to give you as good as you give them. This is ruin. Yeah, it's a lot to do with it. Without going into detail, watch the Leo King video that I've just posted on the Soulpool page. It's the degrees in the astrology. Aries is mentioned and the 16 is mentioned, and this is 16 in this. So anybody born on the 16th, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. But even though it's negative, it is a blessing in disguise because it will make things crumble away that need to go. And it could be massive arguments, accidents, losses within the home, people leaving home, loss of a home, loss of finances. Those born the Pisces energy and those born the 12th, living or past it for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. And the number 4. You've sacrificed yourself long enough. You have to release. 4 years could be an issue. You have to release your hold on people, situations, things, finances, the outcome of a situation, the old way of doing things. You cannot do things all by yourself anymore. You're going to drop the ball somewhere. You could be walking on a tightrope or eggshells all the time, at least 2 years. What Spirit are telling me now, though, is that they are going to compensate you for all of that. So if you decide to take a new home, a new business, a new career, a new emotional stability, within the year this will pay off. It's a gift that Spirit are going to give you the opportunity of. So you must grab it with both hands. It could be a proposal even. Aries, again, what did I say? Aries, that's you, is in the astrological movement of the planets this weekend and Monday. So this is about your self-esteem. It's not about the ego. It's not about being big-headed. It's about having self-worth, loving yourself. You may need to get a haircut, a facial, because Aries rules the head and face. You may have a new beginning or a birth because it is about birth. It's about image. How do you see yourself and how does the world see you? Those born on the 4th or the 31st, living or past, date for the diary and address, massively important in a positive way. So the 4 again is mentioned. Spirit have doubled up. They're not only giving you a new career, a new home, a new business, whatever, they're also giving you new love, a new spark in your love life where somebody is filling your cup. you feel happiness thanks to spirit, but this is just a seed. They give you the seed and then that's fate. Your destiny is whether you choose to take that and nurture it and build it into something bigger. So we've got 1 year, 1 month. It can be the conception of a child. So a proposal, a conception of a child. And then we have and then we have this lockdown situation. I don't know what it's going on like where you are, but somebody is concerned about material matters. They're not facing true north. They're not concentrating on the true path in life. But none of us feel safe to do that at the moment. Virgo is the energy. It's those born on the 9th or the 27th, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. There are 2 dogs here, so that's 2 people born 1982, plus or minus 12, February to February. There's also 2 snakes, those born 1965, plus or minus 12, February to February. So you be very careful lest you stumble and fall. It can be hospital doors, it can be intestines and abdominal problems. It's not going with your gut and it's not listening to spirit. Wow. So this is my card. This is for those born on the 2nd or the 29th, living or past, date for your diary and address. Now, because you are the Hierophant, you are a soulmate for anyone born on my birthday, the 2nd or the 29th, living or past, date for your diary and address. This is the divine masculine, the divine feminine. It doesn't mean that you're the man, you're the woman and he's the man, because you're an actual Hierophant. You are the masculine. So somewhere there is the divine feminine. That doesn't mean you butcher or anything like that. It just means that you have a soulmate somewhere that in past lives the roles were reversed. It also means that you're coming out of an unhealthy situation. You will finally be able to breathe. It could be ill health. It could be a toxic relationship. But you're coming out of that. Secrets are being told and the truth is out. Pomegranates are related to spirit. The letters B and J are. October the 11th and the number 11 is important to this person. But the main thing with the High Priestess is, and Juno is in the astrological chart for this weekend, because that's Boaz and Juno, which most of this we won't understand. But what you must remember is she warns you, be careful what you put in your mouth, as in diet and medication, and what comes out your mouth, as in word written or spoken. You are protected, but you need to seek professional advice, either a doctor, priest or lawyer. So it may be that there is some sort of health issue. This is an older Gemini, Libra, Aquarius man, but you are protected. Chucking them about now. You have overcome an enemy, but you are apathetic and bored now. You are not accepting things. 3 aces, Beck, something is happening here of a monumental new beginning. And I would say that this weekend, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, is massively important for you. There is passion here. There is the chance of a passionate encounter. There is 3 seeds given by Spirit for passion, love, financial, new home, all new beginnings. It seems that you are beginning something new and it has the blessing of Spirit. However, to get this, there will be jealousy. People will be jealous of you. There will be heartache, sorrow, loss and separation. And there cannot deny that there could be a third party in this situation when we get this third party. Separation there can be because somebody works too much because you're concentrating on the finances. It can be through ill health, so the minor surgery is needed. Or someone is coming between you and a partner, as in children. I don't see that. Parents, in-laws, etc. A massive change is about to take place on or around the 10th. Or because of someone born on the 10th, living or past, date for your diary and address. It's a massive change for the better. Fate is taking a hand in your situation. You, again, they've doubled up already. So someone is going to be found out for lying, deceiving or thieving. There's no two ways about that. And there will be a separation. And there's no two ways about this. It's a partnership that's separated. One moment, because I've just dropped one. Oh no, I've dropped two, so I'm not doing them. I didn't see the front, so we'll wait. Yeah, so there will be conflict. But you've got to have courage, especially this weekend. Don't be afraid to fight for what you want. You must fight for what you want. I don't care what it is. It's not going to be easy at all. But you cannot live your life. Well, it's not even your life. It's somebody else's life. So you need to start putting your boundaries in place. You need to have the freedom to live your life how you want it to be. So, we've already pretty much covered it, but I like to do the oracle cards because they do give you some extra insight. Yeah, you see what I say? It's about destiny. This weekend is all about your destiny. Fate will put something in your path, but destiny is the choices you make and the consequences of those choices. That's not to say they're bad decisions. It's just that they are going to affect others. So, when the mapmaker of destiny appears, it's a sign that you're being given an opportunity to transform fate into destiny. At birth, each human being is given a unique map with a myriad of paths that intersects with one another. Your map of destiny shows all the places you're meant to visit, the places where you'll be challenged to evolve to a higher aspect of yourself. Remember that you're a spark of the divine, come to earth to experience itself in human form. As such, your path is unique. It's also somewhat preordained, and fate represents the events of your life that were meant to happen and that cannot be changed. Fate is transformed to destiny according to how you respond to those circumstances. So if you grab these new beginnings, you will be transformed. Free will and choice are possible at certain points on your map. Now is one of those times. You are faced with a relationship or circumstance brought to you by fate. How you respond will lead to your perfect destiny. Your ally may assume the form of a soulmate, come to heal your heart and be your companion. Quite possible. Perhaps your challenger makes you face the things within you that must change in order for you to express your highest good, because you're not doing that at the moment. Maybe fate brings you an ally in the form of a wonderful new project. Yes. Or a challenger in the form of a failed business. Don't see that. This is a new business. No matter which form they take, all are perfect expressions of fate inviting you to your destiny. So pay attention as your map unfolds now, and remember that fate makes the map, but destiny is determined by the manner in which you engage on your journey. And this weekend and Monday especially, you have to break through that barrier of fear. Have the courage to speak your truth. It's massively important. I can't, just because of the astrology, and if you watch the Leo King's video, you'll see what I mean. I can't stress enough, especially if you're involved with a Leo anywhere. There's no mention of a Leo here, but if you are, if they've got Leo anywhere in the chart, seriously, right, let's see. Yeah, separation, I knew it. So there's your separation. And it's about a marriage probably. So if you are married, it doesn't bode well. And I hope I'm wrong in this, but Spirit usually are. The obstacles to overcome is the children. That's what's keeping you in a situation, or someone in a situation. If this is not you, someone you're involved with may have been married and have children. What cannot be changed is there is romantic feelings here. It's not just an attraction. There is actual feelings in this, and they have to be explored. The root of the problems is friends, probably friends getting involved, trying to help out and maybe made matters worse. In the past, there may have been a honeymoon or you met someone on holiday. Spirit is saying you've got to express your love. There will be a reconciliation. So perhaps in some scenarios, this would be that an ex-partner comes back into your life and you reconcile. It's not always for to reunite. Sometimes it's just so you can settle your differences, forgive and move on. Not forget, but you cannot carry around that poison within you for the rest of your life. Otherwise it will tarnish all your future relationships. In the present, again, your love life is influenced by a religious upbringing and spiritual path. It's not just religion, it is your upbringing. It's about when your mum said, oh, you can't do that, what would Mrs. So-and-so think? Or so it's all an indoctrination of the way you've been brought up, and you're the wrong way up, which suggests the religion, the normal way of doing things is you don't want that anymore. You want to rebel against what other people say you have to do. You're questioning whether it's worth waiting for. Yes, it is. Spirit is saying whatever it is worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. And if this is true, at the end of this, there is an engagement. So either I'm telling you that you are going to be, in the weirdest scenario, you'll be getting remarried to the same person, or someone who's been married before, or you will be getting engaged again. This is not just some little fly-by-night experience. This is the real deal. So we'll go through the rest of the cards. We might as well. We'll start with the light workers, I think. I'm also getting a Judy in spirit. She just popped in while I was not concentrating. Judy. Unless it's somebody living, but I believe it's somebody in spirit. Judy in the sky with diamonds. Too many, sorry. Yeah, so the thing is here, you need to pause after whatever this separation is to replenish yourself before moving forwards. and stop, like I said, number 64, stop sacrificing yourself for others. The most selfless thing you can do is to fill up your own inner well. So if at any point you are wanting, what's the word? The blessing from spirit. You're worried that someone in spirit would not like what you're going to do. Even if they wouldn't have liked it in life, they are giving you their blessing. The most selfless thing you can do is to fill up your own inner well. And when you're running around half filled, you subconsciously look to things and people around you to give the nourishment and nurturing that you so deeply crave. So it could be that you've turned to shopping, shopaholics, alcoholic, drug addicts, cigarettes, gambling, anything, something you're addicted to that you know you're spending too much money on. Nothing can grow in barren lands. What did I say? So, you're no good to anyone if you're running on empty. You need to be fertile and rich. Tend to your own well and watch the amount you have to give multiply, because I can guarantee you, imagine that you have a well full of water, fresh water. Nobody else has a well anywhere around. So they all come to you begging for water. Please, can I have some water? And because you're kind-hearted, you keep giving them this water. When the well runs dry, where will they all be? Will any of them bring you water? I don't think so. So yeah, it's okay to give them a little, but always keep most for yourself. Spirit always say about 20% of what you can afford to lose, because you always should assume that you're not going to get it back. So if you have £100 spare, not £100 that you need, and you give £20 to somebody in need, know that you're not going to get it back, but then Spirit will compensate you in some other way. But that goes for money, that goes for love, that goes for anything. You must keep your own well full. If your inner well isn't full, you will find yourself craving things from the outside well to fill it, and this is your body's instinctive way of reaching for grounding and nurturing that you're not allowing yourself. So what is it that nourishes you? What refuels your body? What is nectar to your soul? What brings you back to life? What's your secret medicine? What makes you feel abundant and fertile, overspilling with life? Is it music? Is it gardening? Is it a nice soak in the bath? Snuggling up on the couch? Hiking? Having a nice coffee in your favourite cafe? Getting together with the girls? Or reading about sacred sites? Or just walking on the beach? What nourishes you is your medicine. And when you give yourself the medicine you need to be nourished, you nourish all those around you, for there is more than enough to go around. But there should be no guilt or blame attached to you being nourished. So do something that deeply replenishes you now. They keep saying, Spirit keeps saying about you not putting your boundaries in place and always giving and not getting anything back. That is not healthy, and it's not a way to live your life. Don't live someone else's life, live your own. I think, especially with Aries, and it is with Aries, people tend to say awful things like you're selfish, or you're too loud, or you can't say this, you can't do that. Why not? That's you. That's who you are. Why do you have to always be forced to live your life the way other people live theirs? Quite frankly, you'd find that boring. You would find that boring. Change has to happen, whether you like it or not. And she is the lady to do it. The number 5. You may know redhead, but 5s always bring changes. This is the goddess. She is the source and embodiment. She is also the high priestess. She is the maiden, the mother, the crone in one. Her generous bounty feeds all creatures of earth, nurturing body, soul, and infinite love. So that could be you. You're too generous. Great good fortune is yours for the taking. The goddess wants only good things for you, and she entreats you to love yourself as she loves you, without limits or conditions. What did I say? Full circle spirit that made me stand on end. So they are giving you the chance of a new beginning, should you choose to take it. But I have a feeling that you're telling yourself, every time I say that, as soon as I say it, you say, but I can't. What about this? What about that? What about the other? Damn it, no. It really is. Without limits or conditions, love yourself unconditionally. Love, grace, strength. You are the beloved child of the goddess. There are gifts here that the goddess is giving you. Take them. You may also be very psychic, and and you've kept that hidden, or in denial about it. But this is worrying me, because you really are putting your boundaries in place, and it's, if you, time is running out, Beck, you know, TikTok, it really is. I may have to get my other cards out, because I have a feeling. And it sounds like such a depressing read, but it's not. There is such a great new future coming out there. That's the lotus flower. The lotus flower comes out the muck of a swamp, the mud, into something beautiful. That's you getting centered. This is your solar plexus, I believe. It's hard to keep everything, I know, in my head. Yeah, solar plexus. So, this is quite hard, really. Being centered is a quality not many of us possess. It means having an ongoing sense of control in our lives and the outcomes we create. The ability to take things in our stride and roll with the punches. Now, normally, I would say as an Aries, you can do that, but you're born on the 5th, so I'm not so sure. Somehow, in amongst the challenges which often plague your life, you've remarkably found the gift amongst the turmoil. Your optimism is the key to your success, and when you find yourself down and out, you quickly turn the situation around, yes, into something of a comedy, or ultimately change the outcome from awful to wonderful and fun. People continually look to you to decide how they themselves will respond to particular situations. So, like, if something goes off, they'll look at you and say, oh. And then you say, no, it's all right, it's going to be all right. Your family and friends consult you before making decisions, as they know that your comments come from loving, well-balanced perspective. The beauty of your personality allows you to be a person of strength, wisdom, without ego, but that you're not being yourself, or judgment. In some ways, you are the ultimate guru for those around you, yet you have no idea of the effect you have on others. So, like I said, you are a spiritual leader of a kind, but it may have gone right over your head. They're telling me to bring out certain cards, so I'm going into my box to bring them out. There you go. You are regenerating. Thank you, Spirit. Where is that card? There it is. A shock. Number 46. Something has to be destroyed so that you can have this new beginning. It is a blessing in disguise. Don't try and hang on to anything. Let it go. If it's meant to be yours, it will return. But by then, I don't think you'll want it. So, your wild card, Scorpio. Transformation. Yes. So once again, 3 cards. Raise it to the ground and rise like the phoenix from the ashes. You will be transformed and have a whole new beginning here. It's meant to be. So, Scorpio energy. Transformation. Put your ear down close to your soul and listen hard. You have to acknowledge desires and surrender yourself to the depths of what will serve you best at this time. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's kids, parents, partners, anybody. It is nothing to do with them. It is about your happiness now, because you will regret this if you don't go for your own happiness. Scorpio is one of the most fascinating signs, so it can be just an energy or a Scorpio entering your life. It is ruled by Pluto, planets and gutters and extremes. It's the sign of sex, money and passion. Yes. Sex, money and passion. It is a powerful sign. Scorpios have a bad reputation for ruthless behaviour, which is not deserved, because people may say that you're being ruthless. Like the other water signs, Scorpio is emotional, but not as sympathetic as the Cancers or Pisces. And where is that King of Cups? There. When Scorpios enter a room, they don't have to say a word for the crowd to know. They can feel their energy, negative or positive. Their depth and their ability to understand others, all the while not revealing much about themselves, is profound, so secretive. Scorpios inspire you to tell them your darkest secrets whilst revealing nothing about themselves. When Scorpios feel deeply, they fear the loss of control and they will sting when threatened or cornered. Almost always, Scorpio will deliver the last hit. Scorpio does not roll over and play dead. They never forget a slight. People of this sign will make their mark even when they have to do it all alone. If this card comes up, you are being tested. You may feel isolated and on your own, without much sympathy or help from others, yes. If so, it's time to stand on your own and fight those forces gathering against you, yes. You will likely win and come out much stronger and happier than before, but it is still an intense time, so don't give up, stand up for yourself and fight. There are a number of positive changes with this card and you will soon gain what you have worked so hard for. This card implies karmic issues, even the resurfacing of past life recollections. So many of your relationships will now be of a karmic nature and thus be tried as well. Your life may seem like a trial. Matters involving inheritance, money may figure in, such as heirlooms, legacies, and what comes through family people you are tied to from the deep past. Now the word of warning there is, if you are in for an inheritance, that somebody will have plans for it, but it's your money. Don't let them take it away from you or try to take it away from you. It's your money to make yourself happy. It's not meant to go into a pot for someone else to enjoy. And that's not greed. That is self-preservation, because you're not a greedy person and you will share, but they have no right to take from you in any way, inheritance or otherwise. You may have to deal with someone who may plot revenge over something you are not even guilty of. It could also be a time where enemies surface, so you would be wise to protect your reputation. Strong sexual attraction will arise, whether wished for or not. Obsessions are possible. It is wise not to get wrapped up in intrigue with people you don't know very well, or have known only for a short time. But there could be, as I said, something that's been going on for a very long time that is now about to come to a culmination. Do not attempt to maneuver or manipulate anyone, as this will surely backfire. On the positive side, now is the time to be resourceful and guard that what you have worked for. Yes. Get that professional advice. If romance is your question, expect it to be transforming and not something you can leave aside. In some cases, your partner may seem aloof and hard to reach, and matters may erupt into an unexpected, passionate encounter. If surrounding cards indicate that things will progress, this may be one of the most important and transforming relationships you've ever had. I believe so. In dealings with jobs and career, expect intensity, restrictions and demands. Sometimes when this card comes up, it indicates that you will be going through a period of deep self-analysis. Yes. You may seek out professionals. Yes. And you may work through this time alone by reading or thorough reflection. Be careful when it comes to finances in areas such as taxes, property and shared assets. You could have a resounding success, yes, or if you don't do as spirit ask, a massive loss because you didn't take the opportunity now. So get them before they get you. You have the ability now to make it work. This is about transformations through desire, psychic ability, taxes, secrets, wins, losses, sexual attraction, and secret affairs. What did I say? So you've piqued my interest. I am now going to use the dice if I can find them. And then we'll call it a day, because you've probably fallen asleep now. I've bored you that much. So, sixth house, I believe that's Libra, and please don't say that's Mercury. Neptune. I'm sure it's Neptune. So, karmic situations, secrets and hidden enemies. Damn it. Libra energy. Yeah. This placement aspires to romantic love but falls prey to delusions and deception. Yes. Relationships are idealized in the mistaken belief that charm is all it takes. The combination used positively, however, can lead to a new level of independent relationship. Yes. Interdependent relationship. So a new relationship, definitely. Sixth house. So Virgo energy, did have Virgo energy, but it's negative, wasn't it? Hospitals, vocational work, the colour dark brown, the intestines and the abdomen, health service, work, altruism, teamwork, co-workers, pets, efficiency, vocation and daily routine. So maybe you're a health worker then, or someone is. And co-workers, so this may be a work romance in some way. It's about how harmoniously someone is able to blend with you. Boundaries become elastic, and there's no separation between you and them in the workplace. If personal boundaries are too strong, cooperation is impossible and isolation is inevitable, so don't have any power struggles here. It's also linked to health, which is dependent on how much at home you are with your body, mind and emotions. So your stress will bring out illness and how much yourself can be expressed. So if you're repressing yourself and dimming your light in a relationship or a job situation, it's going to make you ill. You need to deep replenish yourself. Find something that nourishes you so that your health improves. And I believe this is a love story. So, but you'll know. I don't need to know. I hope that helped in some way. Thanks for listening and thanks for trusting me. Bye.